But yeah, I don't know if you saw any of the tomfoolery on the timeline.
Yeah, I was kind of off the internet right now because I was just like, man, it's gonna be a bunch of like Super Bowl's boring jokes.
Nah,
Um,
it was a lot. Well, right before the Super Bowl popped off, obviously there was a bunch of 21 Savage stuff. I know. I just like we'll get into like the all the other stuff later, like how the internet was wilding. But I did see like Tommy Lorena or whatever it was joined in on it. I don't know if you saw that.
yeah, bro, she keeps trying to swing up at these, and they keep biting on it, so it's whatever. But like Cardi and what's the other one? Nicki Minaj. Now they both like
Nicki
quote.
Minaj, man, Nicki trying to just get in because Cardi's in there. She's like, oh, people like Cardi for doing that. Let me hop up in there. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, whatever. It's got out of hand to the point where I just talk shit and I don't care. Hence the internet. But so I
I
guess
know.
I guess I was on the internet today, just not not
Yeah, not.
nah, I don't know.
I just saw her saying like, oh, like if you illegal immigration, and then that Cardi said the whole dog walking there thing again, like let me get the leash, and she was like, well, blah blah blah. The system is broken. We can both agree on that. And it's like, nah, bro, you can't be out here calling him out and then listening to his music and shit.
Right, exactly. That's what I was saying. You can't utilize his services and then, shame him for his citizenship. It's like one or the other,
Yeah,
You can't pick and choose what part of the person you enjoy.
yeah. Well, I guess it was like, nobody really knew. It just was random as hell. Um, well, yeah, we can start the show. We won't.
Fuck it. Roll it, son.
Yo, we live. You're now listening to Volume 71 of the Bucket Up Podcast. Here with your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka Ty Latte, aka your mom had me over for dinner. And I'm here as always with the homie, the kid JB. Was good.
Living good, man. Happy to be here. 71, the Bucket Up Podcast. It's your boy, the kid JB. Could have been right last week. Mr. Told You So. Not because I'm always right, but when I'm right, shit, I told you so. I did tell you so about the Super Bowl, not the score specifically, but I did say something about the Patriots punching the Rams in the mouth. And we'll get to that a little later. But yeah, man, I'm happy to be here. Happy to see another 24 hours. That's how many hours in a day, just like Beyonce. So I have no excuse not to be as successful as her. But yeah, man, the Bucket Up Podcast. I'm the kid JB. Happy to be here. How you doing, son?
I was like, wait, there's 24 hours in Beyonce. What does that mean?
Whoa.
Like, yo, that's crazy. I'm good, bro. You already know how I am. Always chilling. I'm cooling, going with the flow. I feel like I did a lot of shit this weekend. What did you end up doing?
Well, some of our weekend plans collided, but yeah, some of the same. Some restaurants, some some funny interactions here and there, some Netflix and chill. But most importantly, I got to kick it with the homie DJ Buttersauce.
Yeah, man. We linked up. We got with Trav and Aubrey. Shouts to Trav and Aubrey for Teigen's birthday. He turned one. He actually turned one like last week Wednesday, but we had the party on Saturday, which was like it's funny because I think we were talking about it before. Like, there's really no point to 1-year-old birthday parties because the kid ain't gonna remember shit. But it was kind of like it's one of the babies in the crew, so it was nice to kind of celebrate. Come together as homies and celebrate his birthday, and maybe show him some pictures later on in life. Like, hey, it's your birthday, you went bowling, so.
I will say, man, we make fun of the parents that take endless pictures of their kids, but we act like some of our parents and relatives were not all in our face with a video camera, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, he won't remember it, but it'll be documented. So, 10 years from now, or however many years from now, when he, knows shit, he could just be like, yeah, oh, word. Like, Jesse and Uncle Ty was there. That's
Right.
lit, I was stealing hats. I was scrapping.
Yeah, that's what he does. That boys, he say his thing is walking around without looking down and taking people's hats off their head. That's his shit. I was actually just thinking too, like today's age is kind of good because think about my childhood is like people took pictures obviously, but back in the day everything was physical. So like unfortunately when I was like in middle school there was a fire at my house And it's weird because the fire wasn't like crazy. It was an electrical fire, so it was like in the walls. So it wasn't like wild, but like because they sprayed, like the firemen came and sprayed the house up, that we lost like most of our pictures. So I haven't seen like pictures. I've only got like 2 or 3 pictures of me as a kid, like as a baby and stuff, and when I'm like super duper young. Like there's only like a couple of those pictures that I've seen, but like now in today's age, bro, that shit could never happen. Motherfuckers got their own Instagram accounts.
Well, that just got really sad.
No, that's cool. I'm just saying, like, you never think about how, like, for you to go see your baby picture, you got to fucking go to your mom's crib and flip through a goddamn, a binder or something like that, right?
Well, yeah, my grandma and my mom both have brolic fucking binders, just yoked with fucking old pictures,
right,
and funny ass shit. So yeah, shouts to them. Shouts to baby Teigen. It was his first birthday, or not first birthday, but it was his
it's
first.
his first birthday.
No, it's
This
not.
is the second, technically.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the second. It was his 1-year-old birthday party. Fuck.
There you go.
So shouts to baby Teigen. For the buckets out there, I got to meet him in the flesh for the first time, even though he's been like my Instagram icon throughout this entire time. He's all on the gram flexing, eating cake,
Right.
just being the coolest baby. He's top 5, you know what I'm saying? Because Remy's and Emmerich's in there.
I mean, I got the babies out here.
Yeah, we babies and puppies all day. But nah, Ty can be my co-signer on this. I always say that puppies and babies love me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm mad. That's all they care about is being funny and cool. And I crept up to baby Teigen. You know what I'm saying? I respected his space, and I let him, feel me out first. And he was eyeing me up and down, kind of being like, "All right, who's this dude? I don't know why he's here." But then after a while, he sized me up, and he put his arms out like, "Yo, let him hold me."
Yeah, he definitely did do that. I was trying to say, like, at the time, I was like, yeah, he one of the easy babies though. Like, he real chill. He barely cries. Or maybe when he's like hungry or something, you got food right in front of his face, he might give you like a fake cry so you can get some food. But he just be chilling, doing his own thing. So he's pretty easy, baby.
Regardless, that means I am just like the baby whisperer. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. That's what it means.
So I'm just saying, bro. Shouts to babies and dogs. They have good people readers. So like, if they fuck with you, then you're a good person because they don't care about your bank account and shit like that.
That's true. I mean, it's weird because how like animals kind of feel your vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like you're skittish or scared. They get skittish or scared.
Right.
I feel like babies are kind of like that too. Like if you kind of feel like kind of standoffish, like the baby kind of probably gonna let you live. You know what I mean? But like if you kind of feel like obviously you feel like a too needy baby still might be like, nah, fam, I don't know who you is, but you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like babies can probably feel vibes too.
Yeah, that's true. So it depends on like, yeah, if you're a good person or not. Like you can't get a second first impression with a baby.
Right. So he's not gonna remember this day at all.
No. But what I meant is, listen, I'm not saying 20 years from now, I'm like, bro, do you remember that one day at the bowling alley?
Like, you gonna be that dude who come up to Teigen when he's 7, like, yo, last time I seen you was this tall.
Nah, like, wait till he's in the NFL, wins the Super Bowl, and I'm like, yo, you remember me?
And like, nah, I don't.
Oh my God. All right, I'm out. Nah, so, yeah, I mean, who cares if he's a nice baby? I don't care. That counts. That's a layup.
Okay,
like,
all right.
That like I said, so babies love me. But yeah, so shouts to the birthday party. It was legit. Shouts to Trav for putting us on, and Aubrey. We got to bowl, eat some mozzarella sticks. I had a Coke and a lemonade. That was cool. And yeah, so that was legit. I bowled not too well, that's not my thing though, so it's all good.
It's all good, not everybody can be as good as me, the person who won. It's all good.
Ty throws the bowling ball like he's like he's mad at it or something. like True has a vendetta with the bowling ball.
Nah, bro, you gotta get the spin on that guy. Throw it halfway down the lane with the spin. That's the key right there.
I suggest if Ty invites you go bowling, you should do it for the fact that he'll beat you, and you'll laugh through joy.
There you go. There you go.
Because
What else did you?
I laughed at my own pain as I bowled.
Oh man, it's actually funny because we had the funny story about bowling with kids. You know, since that kind of is like our starting off point. Is you brought the your girl Joelle through for the festivities, and I don't know if you want to tell a story. Or you want me to tell a story?
I guess I could. I'll lay it up for the bucket. So long story short, it was a bowling alley inside of an arcade that had laser tag as well. It's one of those bowling alley pluses, if you will, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the homies back home, it was like a sports plus. They'll know what it is.
Or like kind of like Dave and Buster's, but like more emphasis on the bowling than on the other stuff.
Like David and Buster's or some shit. So anyway, and the birthday party was bowling, and as adults, Joel and I were perfectly fine with bowling and that being it, just chilling, right? One of the kids, I guess, I don't know who they're related to, it doesn't matter. One of the kids, he had to be like 9 or 10, rolls up to Joelle and asks her if she'll play laser tag with the kid. And Joelle, not knowing what was going on or really understood like the full context of the birthday party, and also being the nicest girl in the world and not being able to say no, she kind of just said, yeah, maybe, sure, later.
Mm-hmm.
And then the kid, being a kid, took that as like literally later that you can play laser tag. So to her knowledge, she thought like he meant like, oh, when the whole crew's playing laser tag, will she play with him? And she was like, yeah, of course, why not?
Mm-hmm.
But little did she know he really meant, will you go pay for me to go play laser tag? So then for the rest of the time, which wasn't that much longer, to homie Katie shot it down, but we'll get to that. They were kind of like standing around Joelle like she was like they were ducks and she had bread. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It was
And
like definitely like. I mean, yeah, it was definitely like you feed a duck or something, and then like you kind of ain't got nothing else, and then the duck kind of come back like, "Hey, bro, you got more of that bread?"
and I see you got more. I brought a homie through.
Yeah. So like he ended up grabbing somebody else and was like, "This person gonna take us to go laser tag."
Right.
So like they ganging up, and I was like I was kind of watching it develop like from the corner of my eye, but I didn't really know what was going on. But I kept seeing them like go over and like talk to Joelle, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on over there?" You know what I'm saying?
I was like, is a 10-year-old spitting on my Kool-Aid right now? Like, I was like, damn. I was like, how much of
get in on your shit,
yeah,
bro.
I was like, what's really good? Yeah, so it's funny, she told me, and I was like, man, why didn't you just say no? She's like, I didn't want to be mean. I was like, why not? Like, we don't know these kids.
Right.
It's not like it's Teigen. If it's Teigen, he can play all he wants,
Yeah, but it's like you can't. That's the thing to go to when you just at a place with other people's kids and they ask you for anything. You just got to be like, "Yo, where your parents at?" You got to ask your parents, bro.
Yeah, for sure, bro. But I mean, Joelle just being, she said she got flustered and on the spot, so she didn't know what to say.
What's funny is like, obviously, when you're a kid, is like even if the person answering whatever question you ask them, like you asking for something that you want to go do, if that person doesn't definitively say no, like they're looking for the positive, so
Right.
they don't know when you brushing them off. Where like as adults, you automatically assume somebody's brushing you off even if they say yes. You know what I mean? Like you get older and you ask people if they want to go do something, and they're like, "Yeah, probably, sure, yeah," and you just kind of think in the back of your head, like, "Man, they not about to do that shit."
Right,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
when they're kids and you say, yeah, maybe in 5 minutes, best believe in 5
Yeah,
minutes.
that's bro. To them, they're like, "I'll be back right at 4:59." Trust.
Yeah. And they come back with like 3 goons, like, yo, he said that we're gonna get the movie theater and extra large popcorn. You're like, yo, when did that happen too?
Yeah, first of all, I ain't say that, and also, who said I was? Your parents giving me money? What's happening?
So then, on top of all that, I was like, all right, well, I got you next time, Joel. And the kid came up to us and was hovering over us, and I said to the dude, I was like, bruh, I was like, fellas, what's going on? What are you trying to do? And one of them's like, she said we can go to the arcade. I was like, nah, we're not doing that. So sorry. So then
But then they, as kids, they definitely ignored you because you're not the one who said it.
Right, so they didn't even believe me. I was like, son, what do I look like? So
Then they
then
came back. I got the story of what was happening.
yeah, so then
They
comes
came back.
Ty.
I come. I'm like, hey, y'all gonna have to ask your mom something like for that, and still, you know what I mean. They just kind of wandered off. I'm like, all right, maybe they good, but I could tell it didn't really hit like that. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just call Katie over here, bro, because she's a school teacher. She know how to say no to kids for sure, definitively, and not have no, what I mean. She didn't really care too damn much,
It's
and
mad
so
funny
like,
because yeah.
yeah, like they came back one more time, and she was just like, "Hey, we not doing that. Like, like you already like no." And she was like, "Hey, no, you better go talk to your mom." You
Yeah,
know what I
fuck
mean?
it. Yeah, Joelle like was so relieved. She was just like, "Oh, thank you, Katie." Like,
Like it was, you know what I mean? Like she was never gonna actually have to go and take them, but it's
I
like,
know, and she was
you
just
just
like, "I
feel
don't know what
kind
to."
of pressure.
I know she's like, "I don't know what to do." I'm like, "Yo, you mad that you think these kids are gonna not talk to you anymore? Like,
Like
what's
she
the?"
thought they were gonna beat her up if she didn't even take him at some point.
Yeah.
Like they just come back like, "Hey, we going to the arcade." And he's like, "Well, nah, I thought we meant something else." And he's like, "Oh, you thought we meant something else? Like what else you thought we meant?" It's like, you know what?
They're like, we saw what kind of car you pulled up in. It's like, all right,
Like,
you get
we're gonna
right.
be waiting outside for him.
Yeah, so but no, I was just like, and I was trying to and rationalize and be like, oh, they're just kids, but like, and I'm not trying to say like, oh, here comes perfect JB, but yeah, I couldn't ever just run up on a stranger and ask them to buy me something like that,
No,
and and it was just weird to me.
I don't know, but I don't remember much of. I don't remember everything I did as a kid, but I'm sure if there's something I felt like I can get out of somebody as a kid, I definitely ask. Like that's just what you do, man.
I
That's why.
mean,
That's why when you're a kid, you do that thing where you ask one parent and they say no. And you're like, I bet I'll just go ask. You know what I mean? I just go ask the other parent. You know what I'm saying? Or like, yo, your auntie kind of like loose with it, so you go ask her for $1 or something. Now, granted, they told me not to talk to strangers, so I wasn't too much keen on asking strangers shit. But if they had the party and shit, you know what I'm saying? They giving out juicy juices or somebody giving out a Capri Sun, and I'm just over there. I'm like, hey, you trying to give me a Capri Sun? What's up?
yeah, well, I mean, I will give you that, but also, um, I as a kid remember asking people in my family like,
And they,
like at least like, yo, aunt this or uncle this, like, can I have this guy? I just don't remember running up on a stranger. Like, you know,
right.
in Joelle's defense, she's really pretty, so I can understand why like a boy would want to approach her. But
Mm-hmm.
but like, I just don't just like I just was just like, nah, that shit is crazy to me. Like at least the first time them shutting it down, like, I would think I'm slick with it, being like, hey, I bet you beat you in laser tag. You got to pay for it though,
Right. But
But
I think it's just like kids are so they don't got their innocence gone yet, and they so naive that they just like, hey, this person's at the party, so they could take me in theory. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be wild if you was even just like asking people, like in the bowling alley that wasn't even at the party. People in the other fucking bowling thing, he just going over like, hey, you trying to go to the arcade? They're like, what? Who are you?
yeah, so anyway, but no shame to whatever. It's all good. They're just kids. But I just
Right.
say it's just funny as fuck because kids really do want just like whatever, not gonna say whatever they can benefit, but they just want to finesse.
Right.
And I was just laughing because like I really am an adult now because I caught myself being like, yo, I don't know how to handle these kids. Because when I was a kid, man, like I remember being like, oh, that's a come up if someone's parents did give them a 20 or something, and they're like,
Right.
oh, split that with your friends. So shouts to the birthday party though, because that shit was funny after the fact, and shouts to
Right.
Katie because I was like, yo, you an expert at telling 10-year-olds like to sit the fuck
Nah,
down.
yeah, to say
So
no. But that's the thing too. You got the kids. Well, I mean, I think kids are just inherently selfish. It's just how it is. You know what I mean? You just kind of grow. I mean, we still all very selfish, but you just, as you get older, you just become less and less selfish, or knowing when like it's just inappropriate for you to just be completely selfish at all times. You know what I mean?
But for sure, and I was just laughing because it was just like I felt bad because I praise myself with being really good with kids, right? But like I'm good with like from 1 years old to like till they're like 6. And then after that, I'm like, all right, man, they're fucking
ain't really formed nothing.
like nah. Once they're like 9, yeah, nah, you're right. Once they're like old enough to think like adults are lame, that's when I lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty good with people once they turn into adults. So yeah, I'm good with kids from like 1 to 8, and then after that, it's like see ya.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. That's like everybody. And once your kids, the preteen, it's kind of a wrap.
No, but it's like reverse. My dad like hated kids, but like loves adults. So like he actually like would hang out with me more the older I got. It was kind of funny.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sure he like did what he needed to do when I was a baby, but
it's got like there's a baby over there. You got that.
yeah, it wasn't. You got that. It's a third one. But nah, but yeah, so shouts to the bowling alley birthday party. It was lit. I hope they open their presents soon because what we got, Teigen, was lit. And yeah, all in all, man, cool ass birthday party for I'm not that age. Chris D'Elia, the comedian, said some shit where it was like, if you're 9, if you're 30, don't have a birthday party. If you're 9, cool. Like
Why
I'm
can't you have
only
a birthday party when you're 30?
I don't know. He's like birthday parties are for kids. He's like I'm only cool. He's like I'm only coming if there's kids there. It's man funny.
That sounds wild because I feel like when you're adult, the only birthday parties that are like fun are adult ones.
Yeah, you're right. But it was but it was just funny because it's like I feel the same way because a lot of friends are like, we're going to the bars, bro. It's my birthday. I'm like, nah.
Right. Yeah, the bar is a little much. Like that's you do that for the 21st birthday, and then maybe you can milk it a couple times after that, but you gotta chill.
But yeah, getting back to that, man. So do you remember like when you were a kid, like asking for stuff besides like money, stuff like that? Like I'm trying to think like.
I mean, I remember all them times my mom said no. All them times you ask for stuff at the grocery store and they're just like, nah. Or you try to sneak shit into the cart and they're like, nah, why would you? And it's funny because like when you're a kid, you think that could slide and you just like put something in the cart, like, yo, maybe they'll forget. And they just put it on the cart and they're like, oh, I must have just picked this up. But like as an adult who has to pay for shit, I'm like, there was no way I wouldn't be able to see some shit that I didn't put in my cart in the cart. I'm like, who the hell put this 38 pack of fruit roll-ups in this cart? I ain't buying this. The
fuck? Yeah, first of all, this is like the worst flavor. Second of all, nah. So then, yeah, that's funny as shit because I do that to humble myself. I'll go down the grocery store, like toy aisle now, and be like, yeah,
really?
I wouldn't buy this shit. Like, I'm trying to think, the little army man that's tied to a parachute, and it's like $4.99.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's like you can make that for like 30 cents. That's not worth it.
The thing that's funny too, it sucks because it's like all the things that I couldn't get because my parents said no as a kid. Like I don't even buy that shit for myself now, man. Like all the times when I was a kid, like, oh, let's get sherbet, and I don't ever eat sherbet.
Right.
Ice cream. I don't ever like get fruit roll-ups for myself. Which would be like it'd be silly for me as a grown man by myself at Walmart cashing out with fruit roll-ups and all these like sweet ass candies, gushers and shit. They'd be like, I hope you got a kid at the crib, bro.
You're like, mind your business.
Like, nah, bro.
I will say, like, when I was younger, I was like, yo, I'm going to eat McDonald's every day because you never let me get it. And they're like, no, you're not,
Yeah, they just knew. And it's like, nah, I'm going to do what the hell I want. I'm going to have a freezer full of sherbet. What's up? Like, nah, I'm not. That should be dumb as hell.
Well,
I never finished it to get freezer burnt.
We used to try and finesse. Like, our thing was Burger King for dinner. That was, like, the one thing we would try and finesse for. And there'd be times where, like, my brother's like, yo, mom's getting home late. You know what that means? We have a high chance of Burger King.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, so what you need to do is you need to, like, compliment her, right? And so race downstairs, and, like, help her get her shoes off and shit. And then I'll wait till she's in her street clothes and I'll ask. And I was like, word. So, like, I knew we had, like, a 90% chance of getting it done when the older brother did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my only job was just to be like, hey, mommy, hope you had a great day at work. And she's like,
They knew that. They knew something was fishy, bro.
She was like, well, let me guess, chicken fingers and fries. And I'm like, fuck, how'd you, how'd you know?
Damn. I mean, yeah, because like you do this every fucking time. Like, something that's wild to think about. Like, you remember as a kid that like when you guys would go places, like your parents would take you places, they'd never tell you where you were going, and so you kind of just be like assuming that you about to go stop somewhere nice. You're like, oh, every time you like kind of get close to a McDonald's or Burger King, you think you might stop there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember because like every time we leave at around dinner time, we're like, oh, maybe we going. We used to go to this spot called Ponderosa, which is like it's right now. I'm as an adult, I'm like it was a disgusting like buffet. But when I was a kid, I was like, yo, that shit fire, bro. It's a buffet. I could get spaghetti. They had an ice cream machine. I just, you know what I mean? I'll just, fuck up a plate of spaghetti and go straight to the ice cream machine, put as much sprinkles as I want on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't realize it because, I should have known at the time. Because after every time we went to Ponderosa, we had one bathroom in the house and everybody was calling dibs. Because they was like, yeah, that shit was running through everybody's stomach. But like every time we go somewhere, it'd be like, oh shit, are we going out to eat? And they're like, nah, man, we just going to the store. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, man. And I'm trying to think, like, so we would try and finesse for the Burger King, right? That was like through our mom, and then our dad, we didn't ask much shit. Like, I don't know.
It's just like who's gonna say no.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Like,
my
nah,
sister, my sister was good at like working him. Me and my brother worked at my mom. So that's what that was. But no, I mean, I'm trying to think. When I was a kid, like I think it's funny now that I'm thinking about it. The thing I asked the most, if you want to count it, is I asked to stay home from school more than anything.
Oh yeah.
And more than any toy, more than any sleepover, more than anything.
Were your parents like super strict on like, nah, bro?
No, well, they weren't. And then it got to the point where they're like, bro, like I'm getting letters from your school, you have to go. And like I was just like, oh, I would fake sick then, but it was at least once a week, bro. I was like, hey, can I not go?
Yeah, nah. You'd be like, hey, bro, you going to school, man?
Dude, I would just pull the same shit. I would like. Looking back, I'm a fucking. That's funny, bro. Oh man, I would smack my kid if he does this shit. I would used to lay in my bed because the rooms were so close, and I used to be like, "Oh man, my head! Oh man!"
Oh man!
Like, and I used to be like, I was like in fucking third grade, second grade. I'd be like, "Oh no, I don't know if I can sleep tonight." Like all this shit, and then like. They'd come in the bed like the next day, and I'm like, "Did you hear me? I couldn't sleep last night."
And they're just like, "Are you trying to stay home?"
Yeah, they'd just be like, "All right, like you can stay home today, and then you have to like do yard work or some shit." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah, see, and then you up and about trying to eat all the cereal at the crib, and they're like, "Yeah, we know."
Like looking back on it, my dad was just like, "Fuck it, like I don't want to." Like if I don't have to get you ready for school and shit, I could just leave and do my shit early. So, like I'm just thinking of it as an adult now too. Like, like when you're just like, oh shit, I got an extra hour, I'm gonna hit the gym or I'm gonna do this. Like that's what my dad did. Like, you know what? Fuck it, stay home. I'm gonna go do my shit.
Right, but I mean, you probably was old enough to just like chill at the crib because I'm guessing as that all depends on whether or not the parents got to watch you because it's like the kid's 6 or 7. And he's like, I can't leave you here by yourself, so you definitely going to school. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to call a babysitter for your ass because I know you faking.
Yeah, no, that's true. I was like, I was old enough, like 9 or 10 or whatever, or 8 or 9. What's funny is I learned the hard way. One time, my grandma found out I was homesick, but I was sincerely sick, right? Now I'm playing hooky. And she brought me Burger King, right? So I fucked up and thought like, oh shit, every time I'm sick, I could just hit up grandma and I'm gonna get the Burger King plug, right? So one time I faked sick. So I was already like, kind of on edge. And then I called up and was like kind of hit her up and was just like, hey, can you bring me Burger King? I don't feel good, blah, blah, blah. There's, no one's home. There's no food in the house. And when I always said that was like a generality. Like there was, something I could have always made like a PB&J or something, you know what I'm saying? But like, I was sick of that. That's what I meant when I said like there's no
You know,
cooking.
that's always what it is. Like, there's stuff at the crib.
Yeah, so exactly. So then I like called her and I think I left a voicemail and then she called back like ferociously angry, bro. Like thinking I like took advantage of her. It's just like the loudest I've ever heard my grandma scream and yell. And she was just like, I do one nice thing for you, blah blah blah. And like she called me out on it, right? Like she sniffed it out from the jump. Like that's really all it was. I was like, Grandma, my bad. Like you got me. So that's when I earned that's when I earned her respect.
That's wild.
But yeah.
I'm trying to think. I never, when I was younger, my parents definitely like, nah, you gotta go because they definitely had to work and nobody was about to watch my eyes. But it's funny, like as a kid, I remember kind of like bailing. I definitely played a hooky in elementary school a couple times, and I just remember one time I was just like, you know what I'm saying? They just our school was like right next to the apartment buildings I was living at, and so like my mom just kind of expected me to just be able to go like from school or from the apartment building and just walk to school. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. So I would just like fake like I was going to school while my mom was going to work and just like go around the apartment building and like to the back, like I was going to school, and then like waited like a couple minutes and just come back and then go back into the house because I had a key and just like chill. Like I didn't do that. Like I did that like maybe 1 week. I was like, oh man, let me see if I could do it. And then I did it one day. And then the next day I did it. And I was like, all right, I'm cool. But then I went to go outside and I'm like looking down the street and then I see my dad's car like pulling back up. I'm like, oh shit. So I started darting. I run like around the corner of the building to the back of like this big gate that was like in like the back of the apartment building, thinking that was cool. And then I turn back and my dad's car pulls around the thing and he like pulls up to me like in between the gate and he was like, shouldn't you be at school? And I'm like, fuck. I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade. I was like, God damn. So yeah, he ended up taking me and I was like, shit. He didn't really go too hard. He was just like laughing about it because he was like, you really thought you was about to just chill at the crib, like nobody's gonna check and nothing like that. And I'm like, I feel like this is just lucky. You didn't know I was gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy. But as I got older, like my mom, when I was in high school, my mom didn't care of me being like, oh yeah, I'm like, I don't feel well. I'm just gonna chill at the crib. She was like, all right, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't gotta watch you.
That would always be my move. And then also the other thing I would always ask for is kind of touching on what we talked about last week about like getting McDonald's or like when you went to a dentist or doctor appointment and you got like you came back with McDonald's or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
My flex or finesse was I would always like fake sick and be like, yo, dad, like it's already 12 o'clock. Like, what's the point of me going to school already? You know, like
yeah, I don't try to do that. Like, nah, bro, you're going to school.
He's like, no, I'm dropping you off. And I'm like, why? Like, I have lunch right now, and then like I just have like 3 more hours, and then I'm home. Might as well just send me home. You know?
Man, they're like, nah, because I don't feel like dealing with you.
Yeah, bro.
That's what it is. Come, you get it as an adult now because I'm sure like your parents like, man, I just want some time by myself sometimes, bro.
Yeah, I will say what's funny is like looking back, if that's what I asked for the most, like I did if I asked to stay home from school, like that's cool.
Right. You're not out here asking for wild parties and that's it. We're not like spoiled, so I don't know what spoiled people do. They be out here asking for Lambos for their 16th birthday and shit. And like wild stuff.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine doing that. Cause I already know if the answer is no on fucking fruit roll-ups, I know the answer is no on some real shit. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's so true. Like, yeah, I mean, if like,
bro, you couldn't give me fruit roll-ups. I know you're not about to actually like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna ask you to pay for like $150 to go on to like some crazy field trip we doing through school. Like, I might bring it up, but I already know where that is. You know what I'm saying?
Remember when your parents would say no to shit that like you'd be like, why not? Like you would ask to sleep over somewhere and they'd be like, no. You're like, why not? I'm leaving the house for a night. Like, why wouldn't you want that? You know what I'm saying?
Or like, what was it? I remember the school wanted me to sell chocolate bars. And my mom said no, and I was like, "What?" And so I just like forged her signature, and then I got the chocolate bars, and then I didn't even sell them. I just ate one. Because I had to hide them because I couldn't let my mom see the damn chocolate bars. But I was just like, damn, I can't. This was dumb because like usually you just give it to your mom to sell the shit at work or something. So I was like, damn, this was stupid. Why not do this? So I ended up just owing the school $1. And just like just because I was like, I don't know why she won't let me do this shit. It's dumb.
You could have just stole one from the bodega,
Right?
bro.
I should have just like hit up somebody else, like, yo, like, let me get a candy bar, I'll get you back. Nah, I was just like, yo, I'll sell it. And then I just was like, let me see if these even taste good. And I ate one with like the peanut. I was like, this all right. But then I was like, oh shit.
We
Like
used
I
to
ain't
have,
even got $1.
I did have the friends that were part of those programs that would like walk around and sell like the Kit Kats or like
Mm-hmm.
like Milky Ways or whatever, and they're like $1, $2. And I'm like, bro, like the bodega has it for like 50 cents. Like you bugging.
Right. But I think it was just like because you was in there. I know like when I was in school, in like elementary schools, a lot of people whose dads are trying to finesse, you know what I mean, make a little extra money. And so they give like, you know what I'm saying, the kids, like they buy a bunch of the candy bars in bulk and then try to have the kids sell it in school. Like, yeah, try to sell it to your classmates. And it's like, bro, like this shit is way too much more money than the actual going to the store. It's like I'm about to pay you $1 for M&Ms. You know,
Exactly, the
it
fun
was
size.
like, yeah, it was like a quarter, like, bro, and they just think you might do it because you at school already. I mean, some people did, but that was that was a hustle. I don't know if kids do that anymore because I used to like my dad used to burn like CDs back in like mixtapes and shit were popular, like all the G Unit mixtapes and the Diplomats and Dipset and shit,
Yeah.
and like have us like go around like our neighborhood being like, yo, we got like diplomatic immunity, we got fucking what's it called Best of Both Worlds, R. Kelly and Jay-Z. Like, yo, you wanted $5? And you'd be, and you know what I'm saying? I used to be something we used to do for like little money on the side. You're like, yeah, you sell a couple and you can just like kind of keep some of this money. That, then you can have something to spend and shit. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then after a while, I'm like, this is dumb. And also, you know what I mean? It was illegal as hell.
Yeah.
I ain't really think about it until later. Like, that was wild.
So speaking of legal as hell, your boy 21 Savage got in some trouble, bro. I heard he's on the path to get deported. How is he gonna get deported? Where is he from?
So yeah, it was funny because like it was just out of nowhere that they were just like ICE immigrations grabbed 21 Savage because he's a British national. Everybody was like, "What?" And so obviously that comes out, and people are like, "All right." First, I think most people just thought it had to be a mistake because like it's 21 Savage, like it's the dude talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in your bank account and saying, you know what I'm saying, like. And he got an obvious. They say he was like here since he was 13. They're like, you don't even got an accent at all. And everybody's like, what? And there's so many jokes. Somebody said the sword or the knife on his head was the sword King Arthur pulled out of the stone.
Yeah, he has a tattoo on his face that
Yeah,
looks like a knife, and he says it's a sword.
yeah. There was a there's like he pulled up, rolled the window down, and pit cheerio, and I was like, yo, this is wild. And it was like when he said he got a bunch of dudes in red coming to shoot, like coming to shoot at you, and it was like the picture of of the red coats, like at the Tea Party or whatever, or the Boston massacre. It's like, yo, people were going in, but I think you know what I'm saying. Eventually, like obviously people were getting mad because it was funny because everybody was joking about it all day. But then Demi Lovato just came out and just like, "Oh, these jokes are funny," and then everybody started getting mad at her and started coming at her with like hot spoon jokes and like drug, and it was like, "Yo," and she just got mad and deleted her Twitter, which I get. Like, bro, they shouldn't have came at her with the drug shit, but it was like, yo, you can't really. I mean, we were all laughing, so it was kind of hypocritical for people to come at her about it. But I guess, I mean, most of the celebrities were kind of like, "Yo, free 21." They weren't really like clowning too much, but like everybody else was, so it was just kind of weird to see her getting ran off. But it was just such a random thing. But apparently, he's from like Dominicana, which is like a little island in like like the I think it's by the Barbados or some shit. It's like all those islands are owned by UK. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I'm not up on my geography.
No, like Barbados. I don't know if Jamaica. I think Jamaica. Uh, Hades is his own thing because it fought back, and then you're like,
Cayman Islands? I don't fucking know.
yeah, all those islands, those little islands, are like owned by. Technically, they're part of the UK. They're like UK territory. That's why there's a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of Jamaicans in England. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of Jamaicans that like kind of go over there. I mean, you can because technically you're a citizen. You know. So
Right.
that, but it was like people were thinking like he's literally from like Britain and shit. Like he's talking like hello governor, and he just came to Atlanta. He was like, yo, till a nigga get spilled. Like he just made the transition, but it's like nah, bro. His parents, and apparently his parents brought him over when he was like 12. You know, and they stayed after their work visa. Not like it was his fault. And you know, apparently he applied for a visa like in last year and it's still pending. And so like ICE arresting was kind of some bullshit. They
So
already knew about him.
his name is probably like 21 Savage.
As they were saying, it was like Sir Savage the 21st. That shit was wild.
He says like M's in his bank account is probably like just like a monetary value of like the UK.
Yeah, it's pounds. It's what was it? The what they use? It's like the I don't even see. We don't know enough about Britain, man.
Yeah, we can't roast them if like we don't know about their fucking.
They you know they could do it better than we can because obviously you know they over there. But you know he was talking about pulling up with the banger. He was talking about bangers and mash. That shit was wild though. It was such a like who would even think? You know what I'm saying? It'd be like out of nowhere being like, yo, Ice Cube really from fucking Australia. You'd be like, what? It just like was random and shit. Like I can't even think of a more absurd headline that to come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or it's like when or like shouts to Anish Cantor, like they're like, yeah, he can't come to Italy because they might like arrest him and kill him. And it's like, all right, word. Like,
wait, what?
Remember Ennis Cantor couldn't like travel with the team because they said like
no. I know it's like but like when you hear that story, you're like, wait, what?
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you were just new to it.
Nah, I know. I saw like he basically can't go back to Turkey because like he said some shit about the president, so they marked him as a terrorist, and he's like, all he did was talk shit about him. And it's like, wait, that's y'all in some real shit. Like dudes out here playing NBA basketball, and y'all saying he can't come back to his home country because he talked shit about the president. Like that's fucking crazy. But you know that shit. I mean that all that is just wild. It just I was just it was a crazy absurd headline that everybody was kind of like this got to be fake.
But
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So anyway, pivoting to some recent shit. I went to the dentist on Friday, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of backtracking, and what's funny is like for the last 4, 5, 6, I don't know how many years I've been avoiding the dentist because I drink a lot of soda, eat a lot of candy, and I refuse to change, bro. They can't hold me back. But nah, for real, I do enjoy those things, and I don't really want to change. So I kind of avoid it, and I'm like, yo, like my logic is nothing hurts, so why go? I don't need to fix anything. But you know, I watch a lot of TV, and I see like people with fucked up teeth and whatever, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to get like that. Mm-hmm. So I went ahead and went to the dentist, and turns out I only got one fucking cavity, bro. We out here.
That's like a win.
Yeah, just one. I legit thought dude was gonna tell me like, yo, all right, bro, you have like 5 or 6. You got to do this, this, and this.
All right. Honestly, that's the reason why I haven't. I mean, obviously, we could talk all day about American healthcare system and how like everybody's afraid to go to the doctor because they end up spending shit tons of money. Like I was feeling good about my wallet and I was sick last week, so I went to the damn Minute Clinic because my throat was hurting and I came out with a fucking $90 bill because I had to get a $50 prescription or a prescription for a fucking nasal spray. And it's like, see, this is why niggas don't want to go to the doctor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So that makes, so it's financial why people are hesitant. And then it's also like fear of being like, well, shit, technically, I don't have something if they don't diagnose me with it. Right.
Right. That's what I don't want to go to dentist because I don't want to do like I don't want to do that. Like, oh yeah, bro, you got to get all this and that, and surgery gonna cause this and that. And it's like I don't. But then I think about it like, what's worse? You go to the doctor and you spend the money. Like if you're not feeling good, you spend the money that might be steep, but you don't got anything, and you kind of like, well, shit, that feel like a waste of time. I ain't have to go. Or you go and you do got some shit, but that shit costs a lot of money. Like I don't even know which one's worse.
Yeah, see, I think the logic on why people don't go is they're like, oh, well, like, I don't, A, their fear of, like, it costing a lot. B, they're like, oh, well, nothing hurts. I'll go when something serious. Or
Mm-hmm.
C, they don't have a chance to go at all, because they don't have insurance or whatever. Because
Right.
with somebody with insurance, I will tell you, it's fucking expensive even with insurance.
Exactly.
You got to take time out of your day, which you're not getting paid most of the time. You got to go drive to the fucking office, fill out paperwork, and it's always the same. You gotta wait, even though your appointment's at a certain time, you still gotta wait. And yeah, it's ass, bro. So
Bro, it's all nerve wracking at this point because I haven't last time I went to the dentist, I went with my mom. That's how long ago that shit was. And so I'm like, bro, I don't want to go for the price. And the last thing I want to go is go and then the dentist look at my mouth and be like, damn, when the last time you been here, bro?
like, bro, do you eat sugar for dinner? It's like, all right,
Like,
man.
nah, bro, I brush twice a day, man. I don't know what you mean.
It's ironic though, and I'm kind of fucking mad. It's kind of dying down now though, but like my mouth and tooth started to hurt like a couple hours after the dentist. I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like I came here because nothing did hurt, and now it
That's what it
does.
is. They planted the seeds, so you have to come back.
Right, they put a
Seriously, bro.
fake rotten tooth in my mouth and was like, "Yo, we need to check this out ASAP."
Right. The thing that sucks about teeth, and I hate it, is like I got all the damage on my teeth from when I was a kid. When I ain't know no better. When I was just like, my parents like, oh, make sure you brush your teeth. And I'm like, I don't even know why they tripping. And so like, I get all the stains and all the cavities and the shit from that as a kid. And then like, as a teenager, I'm like, all right, I definitely need to stop fucking, I start brushing my teeth for real. And it don't even matter. All the stains from when I was 7 to 8 still there when I'm fucking 20 something. And it's like, man, like how 20 years of brushing don't negate the couple times as a kid that I didn't. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a dentist.
I know, but it just sucks. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you fail a test when you're in 3rd grade and that shit just sticks with you forever. You know what I mean? Like fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's probably yeah. I was gonna say
You ain't got nothing on that. Like
I was gonna say that. I'm just guessing that's probably what child molesters think,
oh,
bro.
okay. First of all, I don't know why you throwing teeth into the same realm as that. I was just saying.
No, I'm saying they do something and it follows them the rest of their life.
It could have been like, you when you was a kid, you used to jump off of like trees or something, and you hurt your foot, and now that foot still hurt to this day or something. But now you had to come through with child molesters. Like, all right, bro.
I've been saying, okay, my bad. Sex offenders. What if you piss on this?
Don't say anything.
Nah, like what if you piss on the side of like a building because like you have to pee?
Oh yeah, like the people who, like were drunk and so they peed at a playground at night and then they on the registry list.
Yeah, bro, chill. I'm not talking about real sex offenders.
I know, but it was like I was talking about teeth, bro.
Shit. All right,
bro.
I was talking about something that sticks with you for the rest of your life. Anyway.
Did you see any movies this weekend, bro?
So my teeth are good, and I went and saw a movie. I missed it because it came out on Thursday, so I watched the rerun on Saturday. It was a documentary on Deion Sanders, former football/baseball player, prime time for those that don't know who he is. And yeah, it was, pretty straightforward. A documentary about Deion Sanders playing baseball for the Atlanta Braves around the same time he played for the Atlanta Falcons in football, and just kind of the juggling of the one and the two teams, yada yada. And it's pretty straightforward. So give it 7 or 3 out of 5 bucket hats.
It sounds like it's not because like the 30 for 30 is usually hit. So it's not like it was like a mid-tier 30 for 30.
There is just no twist. Usually there's a twist in a moment that goes, oh, I never knew that.
Right. I feel like it's been it feels like it's been a couple years since like a big 30 for 30 that like everybody was watching. Like they had the OJ thing. Now I think that was technically a 30 for 30.
Yeah, they did. Well, they mixed that in with like it was the '94, like that same day. It was like the OJ thing,
Yeah,
um,
it was a
the
lot going on.
the Tyson fight, all that shit.
But yeah, that was like the last like big one. But like they had like the Bo Jackson one. I remember everybody talking about, and like the Bad Boy Pistons one, or and the was it
Broke.
the deep like the Fab Five
Oh, that's one of my
one.
favorite. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, like those are like the ones that everybody talk. The one, what was the one with the dude who played for the Celtics, but he was also in the mob, and so like he had to lose games because he was like
Oh,
the mob was forcing him to.
it was called Playing for the Mob.
Yeah, that one was wild. The Len Bias one is crazy and sad.
The one about the guy from the Celtics that used to like play like do heroin before games and shit.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, yo, what? Like, how can you? That's the whole '80s, bro. They all like, they all were just doing cocaine before games, bro. I don't understand it. Do you see the thing about Darryl Strawberry? I know this is kind of off topic.
Yeah, he would have like sex in between innings and shit.
No, yeah, but like, so apparently he came out recently and he was saying how like he didn't like how like weed was getting legalized, and everybody was like, "Bro, Darryl, weren't you doing coke in between innings? What's happening?"
he was doing like enhanced performance enhancer drugs that like don't even exist anymore.
Bro, you was out here snoring coke off tits and during the 7 inning stretch, bro. You gotta relax.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You can't be out here like, yo, marijuana, that's a drug. Like, bro, your whole life was a drug.
So,
But yeah, no, that I mean that sucks that it was mid-tier, but I wonder if they're gonna bring back what the next one gonna be. Because I feel like there's been a whole bunch of recent sports things that they can do. They can do that like one on like that Dirk ring against LeBron. That'd probably be a 5 30 for 30.
Yeah, I don't know. They got to do ones that like that people don't really know the outcome of. I mean,
Yeah,
they
I
do.
think like, it's cooler when you know the outcome, but like you didn't understand, like you didn't know what was going on behind the scenes, and so like it makes it even crazier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's cool when the celebrity or the person they're talking about is still alive and shit, so they can recount the information. But
Yeah.
anyway, did you see a movie, bro?
Yeah, actually, we went out after Teigen's birthday, got some Angry Crab, and then we ended up
without me, fucking.
I mean, bro, we were gonna ask you to go all the way to Tempe and drive back
Nah,
to freaking
I
to
know.
the west side. Come on now. So we went
I
to go
was
see.
jealous though.
Oh, my bad, fam. We went to go see Miss Bala, the movie with Gina Rodriguez, even though she was catching all that heat on Twitter for saying semi anti-black shit. But yeah, I went to go see the movie. I had like pretty like low hopes for it. It was like whatever, kind of like an action-ish movie, thriller kinda. And it was kind of okay. It was whatever. I give it like probably like a 3.5, not maybe just like a 3 out of 5 bucket hats, 2.5, something like that. But it was pretty predictable. She goes to Mexico City. It felt like it was kind of moving fast to begin with. She goes to Mexico City to like visit her friend, and then like a shootout happens at a bar, and so like she tries to find her friend because she's missing, and then she ends up getting kind of kidnapped by like these Mexican cartel guys, and then she ends up having to kind of like I don't know. She gets kidnapped by the cartel, then she kind of gets away, and then she gets kidnapped by like the CIA after she did something. And they're like, "Yo, you gotta help us, take down the cartel guys." So she has to go back and then like pretend to be a part of the crew. And it's like, bro, there's a lot going on. You know what I mean? Like she get kidnapped like 3 times in the span of like the first 20 minutes.
That's kind of like the Netflix thing that people are talking about the person that got kidnapped twice by the same person.
Oh, was that yeah, this girl, my homie Crystal at work was telling us to watch it. But I'm not one of those people who do you like those documentaries that are like, what I'm saying, like serial killers and like people who are just abducting kids and it's like interesting. Like I don't like any of that. Like I'm like, I don't care about any, why would I want to watch that?
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad as shit. It's creepy as shit.
Right, it's just sad and creepy about real life shit that could actually happen. I'm like, I'm good, but it's like they were talking about. She was telling us about. I think it's called "Abducted in Plain Sight," right?
Yeah, and like I'm like, all right, let me watch the
We
trailer
about to
real quick,
spoil this whole shit, by the way.
and we don't care. I was gonna watch the trailer, and it's like, oh, she was only 6 years old, and like scary ass music, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
They say some shit that has you not trusting people. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he was our next door neighbor, and you're like, yo. So I'm like looking at my neighbors, like, yo, you kidnap kids, but
Right? It's like weird, like, but apparently it was like these couple. They had 3 kids. The guy would come over, but he would say that the one girl was his favorite, which is weird. And then, like he would just try to hang out and do stuff with the one kid. Also weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? The parents are just like, oh, okay. And then so he ended up kidnapping the kid the one time and like had her, I guess, tied up and was like playing recordings of like an alien thing saying like, oh, if you don't like have sex with this person by the time you're 16, like aliens are gonna come and like kill your family or something like that. And like that's literally what he was like had her and recording. But like the family didn't suspect it was the neighbor, even though he was being weird the whole time. And then I guess she ends up getting away somehow. I don't even know how, but and then I just remember her telling the girl at work telling me the story. She was saying like eventually it comes out that one he was in the mom was in love with the guy too, so she had an affair with him. The guy who abducted her daughter and she knew about, and then apparently there was like he was talking to like the dad in the car about how like he wasn't getting anything from his wife, and then the dad apparently sucked him off in the car. Like this is real things that happen in the documentary.
yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and then he kidnapped the girl again, and they all knew, but like apparently they never told on him because they were all ashamed because the dad didn't want people to find out that he was gay, and then like the mom had like loved him, and so just like how are none of these people in jail?
Where did this take place?
I don't even know. I didn't get the background. I'm sure it's like somewhere random, like Kansas.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, nah, so I don't fuck with those kind of. I saw Ted Bundy's out. They're talking about, and like I'm
Yeah,
like,
and
yeah,
people
I'm
saying
good.
he's cute. First of all, he wasn't even first. Like I don't know what Q was in the '70s, but he looked like a weird looking white dude. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, that's
But
people are
like I
saying
got
that.
girls on, yeah, people on like the internet saying, "Oh, Ted Bundy was hot." Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
Dude was out
Well,
here murdering people. He wasn't eating them. He's not Jeffrey Dahmer, but still,
yeah,
people wild, bro. I don't get it. I used to
yeah.
hate when I was a kid when what's it called? The fucking 50 Most Wanted came on. Or 10
Oh,
top 10 most wanted, and
I
they do the
forgot about that.
reenactments. That used to creep me out. And they'd be like, "Oh, this person disappeared in New York." I'm like looking around, like, "Bro, what?"
Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about those, bro.
Yeah, they be like, "Yo, we haven't caught this guy. If you see anything, say something." They
Yeah,
last disappeared in Rochester, New York. I'm like, "Bro, what?"
they la- they last disappeared at a local 7-Eleven where they saw a kid saying, "Yeah, the Yankees gonna win this year." I was like, "Oh shit, that's my local."
Like,
That
yo,
sounds
what?
familiar.
Like, nah, bro, y'all better catch that nigga. What the fuck?
Dude, I
Uh-uh.
forgot about that. They used to say that. They'd be like, if you have a clue, let us know. It's like, let you know? Nah, we count on you.
Like, y'all better send me the Amber Alert. The hell you talking
Yeah,
about?
fuck out of here. We count on you to stop them, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm not about to. What the hell? I look like y'all the cops. I see his
Yeah.
ass. I'm going the other way. That's all I'm doing.
Dude, I totally forgot about that shit. I'm about to
Uh,
YouTube that shit. See if,
nah,
see if they caught him.
I don't know when they stopped doing that. Did we just stop having like high profile FBI crime people, or they just realized that shit never worked, putting them on TV? But they would always make the reenactment so real. Like, yo, y'all put way more time and effort in this reenactment than y'all doing in this fucking investigation. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, that's true. Then it's like this is a dramatization.
Yeah, and it's just like the person walking into the thing and you just see a shadow.
Yeah, they're like, why are you so good at killing people, man? Like,
Yeah, like bro, this shit is wild.
that's crazy. I totally forgot about that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. So yeah, no thanks for me on those documentaries.
Yeah, that's a no go.
Uh, But yeah, speaking of fucking not being entertained, before we get to our favorite segment, burn, burn, burn. Bro, I don't know what we did to deserve a god awful Super Bowl, but that was the worst in history, dude.
Dude, that Super Bowl sucked, and it's all the Patriots' fault. Like it's no, because like you know what I'm saying, the Chiefs played the Rams in the regular season, and the game was 49-48, and it was amazing, good ass game to watch. You know, it was good, but then obviously the Patriots come through and they beat the Chiefs, and it was kind of like I mean, obviously nothing, they beat them fair and square, but it felt like the Chiefs might have a chance to win. They didn't get the ball back in overtime, but either way, if the Chiefs would have been in the Super Bowl, we'd have had a way better game. If the Saints was in the Super Bowl, we probably would have had a better game. But it's just like, of course, the Patriots and Jared Goff sucking, and so we had this shitty 13-3 game. Everybody's bored as hell. The halftime show is lackluster. You know what I mean? We got Maroon
Commercials are
5
not
out
funny.
here. No, the commercials. If we gonna be for real and like speak on it, the commercials haven't been funny in like 5 years.
They haven't.
Like, and last year, I feel like everybody decided to pivot and make every commercial serious. And it was like, all right, relax. And
The Odell and Eli one was funny.
Oh yeah, when he picked him up, that was funny.
Yeah.
Like every now and then you get one. Like this year, the football, like the NFL one was pretty good, where they're like running through the banquet. The one with Cardi B and Steve Carell and I think Lil Jon. That one was okay. You know what I'm saying? But like for the most, like back in the day, they used to be like, yo, funny one after funny one after like one that'll make you cry. You know what I'm saying? But like now I feel like, I don't know, people trying to be way too abstract, or if people trying too hard, they haven't been working. I'm thinking like the last funny one was that Wiggle one with the M&Ms. That one was funny.
Yeah.
Like truly like laugh out loud funny. Or like when the Doritos had a good run too, where they just would like throw shit at people. Like they had a good run of like funny commercials. But I don't know when it ended and when it started. But
the Budweiser guys a couple of years ago were funny. The frogs.
Mm-hmm.
That was like decades ago though. Getting in our bag.
Right, Geico and shit. We're up there.
But
shouts
to me, man. I won $20, bro. I won the coin toss. Shouts to heads. I'm sorry. Shouts to tails. I 50% there.
Yeah, you had a 50% chance of getting it right, and you messed it up.
Shouts to the Gatorade color, man. I'm for some reason pretty good at guessing that, and I guessed blue. And DJ shouts to Terrio was like, which blue, light or dark? And I was like, fuck it, light blue. And sure as shit ended up being light blue.
Damn.
So we put $5 in a pot. There was like 4 heads. How you doing? Actually, no, there's 3 people. $15, and I got $5 on the coin toss. $20. I could have got $25 had someone thrown an interception in the third quarter, but no one did. So I lost on that one.
Damn. And they threw an interception like every other. Wait, didn't he? You said somebody threw an interception in the third quarter or the fourth quarter?
In the third.
Oh yeah, they threw one in the fourth.
Right. So then, my 7-layer bean dip was slapping though. I will say that was a hit. There's only like 4 people at the party, and they all enjoyed it. So shouts to me.
There you go. Yeah, I had to make the mac and cheese. Throw down on that right quick. The party I was at had like 18 TVs. It was cool though. Everything was lit. I mean, it was fun until the game came on, and it was boring as hell. Which is like, it sucks because we had gotten like 3 good games in a row in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we got spoiled a little bit, but yeah, dude, I'm sick of it. It was very boring. I mean, I'm a fan of defense, so I like defensive struggles and shit like that. But it wasn't even like that. It was just like a one-sided. There was no controversy. There was no like challenges. Nothing.
It wasn't even like, it wasn't even like, because like both sides couldn't do anything until then the Patriots kind of got that one drive where they got the touchdown. And that was pretty much it. And it was like the other team maybe tried to do something. It was like, nope. And it was like, all right, so this was all boring.
It just looked, yeah.
Like, it's one thing, like, obviously a defense is cool, but like, to me, a good defensive game is like nobody scores more than 21, but like it's like 21-17. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously, some people don't like those high scoring games. I'm like, bro, if it's back and forth, I don't give a fuck. Give it to me. You know, the other team can't style the team. Like sometimes that's a good thing. You know,
Right. And then like yeah, dude, I don't know. I was like, man, we deserved better. They should do it over. We deserve our money back.
that and I was saying today, like I feel like we're running out of good options for the halftime show. Like I don't, we're gonna end up with a fucking Taylor Swift halftime or a fucking. I mean, I guess if there's a J Lo halftime, that wouldn't be terrible because J Lo could at least put on a performance. But we're running out of artists, bro.
Yeah, I don't know,
And
man.
nobody wants to do that shit.
And shit, man, like that just, you know me and us, maybe I'm an absurdist, and I always I dial things down, and I'm just like, yo, it's not worth all that hype. So all that Super Bowl prep and all that, like, yo, what are we doing? What's that? What are we making? Man, just watch the game. You know what I'm saying?
That's never gonna happen.
Just
Like
watch
it's
the
just gonna get
game, bro.
bigger and bigger. It's not like you still made dip and went to a somewhat of a party.
Well, yeah, now I'm not gonna make it next year.
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
Yeah, I know. We'll see.
But yeah, now I guess we can, since we talk about that boring ass Super Bowl, we can bring it to our favorite moment of the week, which is songs of the week, bro. What you got this week?
Shit, man. Throughout the week, I fuck, I forgot the reason why this is the song of the week. But anyway, I always come with the old shit, the old school song of the week. And I forgot the reason why, and now I'm fucking mad. But anyway, it's from Fabulous, Breathe. And
Sound like you couldn't catch your breath on that one.
Yeah, nah, I mean, I guess, like, fuck, man, I'm really mad. I guess I'll have to drop in a disclaimer, but I had, like, a specific reason, and I can't remember it. So for time's sake, it's Breathe by Fabulous. Fuck it.
All right, cool. My song of the week, you probably already heard it because I think I'm gonna put it at the beginning of this thing. I told y'all last week I was gonna check out the Side Eye Baby album. It was pretty good, but he got a song called Scuba Dolph. He also got one, called like Hood Rich Scuba that like it does the little thing from the J.G. Wentworth commercials. I don't know if you remember those.
Call 177-900 or some shit.
Yeah, but it's like it's my money and I need it now.
Oh yeah, people just yelling out of the window.
Yeah, bro. So you got a song where he does that, and that shit's kind of funny. But then also shouts to Trav. Yo Gotti and Lil Baby got a song called "Put a Date on It," which is pretty good. Lil Baby go in, so does Yo Gotti. So definitely check that out. There was no like big albums that dropped this week, so I didn't get to do that. But I was thinking that I might start doing like 2-minute album reviews on our Instagram feed if people would fuck with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
I've heard nothing but good things about your music input. It's how I learn about new shit, bro.
That's what's up. That's what that like. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go and I'll check and see what's out, that drops on every Friday night, every Thursday night, really. And, if it's somebody I heard before, that's cool. But, like, even if I see somebody say something about a certain somebody or I saw somebody say something about somebody before, I'll go check them out at least, you know what I'm saying, to see if I rocks with it. Like, if I don't, it's that big deal. Like, I tried to listen to G Herbo album, like, today. I just couldn't do it because that dude does not rap on beat. I just couldn't do it. Like, I don't know if you heard of the Blueface guy. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I hear about these rappers when they get in trouble.
Right. Yeah, he got arrested. I saw that. But yeah, he doesn't rap on beat, but at least like if he's kind of like funny, not in like a 6ix9ine annoying way, but kind of just like he seems like a goofy guy, but he is whatever. But like G Herbo is like tough and he be rapping, but it's like, bro, you're not on beat at all. That should be irking me. That's all.
That's funny. Yeah, nah, I gotta get up on them. I'll wait for you to lay it up for me.
Where you don't have to rush to listen to any of those people, but definitely check out Side of Baby. Check out that that Yo Gotti song. But yeah, those are my songs of the week.
Cool, man. So for the buckets out there, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being loyal. For the new buckets, you can follow us on Instagram at the Bucket Hat Boys, on Facebook at Bucket Up Podcast, and on Instagram at Bucket Up Podcast as well. the Bucket Up Podcast as well. Ty, thanks for putting up with me yet again, 1 week at a time. Seeing me on the weekend and putting up with me on the pod, that's crazy, bro. Other than that, I want to thanks for the new buckets for tuning in, the old buckets for staying loyal. But yeah, keep it coming, man. If you guys got suggestions on movie covers, on topics, on other things, let us know. And other than that, man, Ty, what do you got?
Yeah, man. If you listen to us for the first time today, shouts to you. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the Bucket Up family. I don't know what the hell you listen to us on, but if you were like, oh, I kind of found you out randomly in the wild, just to let y'all know that we also on the Google Play, we on SoundCloud, obviously, we on Spotify, we on Stitcher, we on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, all that shit. So you can find us all those places. If you the homie, like the real homie, make sure you tell your friends, tell your people, tell your grandmammy about us, and just take their phone and subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. And if you really fuck with us, leave a review, 5 stars. Don't leave anything else because why would you do that? That'd be a dick move. But yeah, definitely hit us up there. But you already know our socials that hit us up. Next week we definitely might do a love pod. We're gonna get the homie Courtney back on to chop it up about relationship shit. So if you actually have any suggestions, then make sure you hit us up and let us know. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Other than that, man, yeah. Recycle shit. We out.
Chit chit.
Yeah.
You want to do the recap?
Yeah, man. I can't believe I forgot why I did breathe for song of the week. Oh man, I remember now. Because I was nervous about the dentist and it turned out being good, so I had to tell myself just to breathe. Damn it.
Damn, you want me to splice that back into there? I
Nah.
could retroactively just throw it in there. It might be a little jumbled.
Nah, it'd be funny. Just leave it.
Like y'all forgot.
I was gonna say you should do the the soundbite with I don't know, I forgot that too.
There was something I said about what was it? I was telling it wasn't. I mean, I think I was telling the story. Oh, me selling the candy bars, but then I didn't. Then I didn't actually sell it, so I just ate one and I owed $1. Like that was pretty funny. I might throw it into the beginning, but what else did you have?
Oh no, I was saying there's like a soundbite to a song or something to an artist you were saying.
Oh, which one?
Yeah, I can't remember it, so fuck it.
Oh, the I need money, or it's my money and I need it now.
Yeah, you could do that one too. Fuck it.
Just throw it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can find it, I'll make a note of that. Oh yeah, what we talk about? It was
Teigen's birthday party, or birthday parties and kids kids asking for stuff.
Yeah, kids always trying to finesse. How about that?
Sure.
What's the next thing we talked about?
Got these airhead bites, bro. They fire.
Oh, nice. 21 Savage is British.
Do you want orange one?
British question mark. We went 30 for 30. We don't have to put that one in the recap. What did we talk about after the? What did we talk about before?
Dentist.
Oh yeah, that's right, dentist. Said why adults hate going to the dentist. Boring ass Super Bowl.
Really was the worst one ever.
Yeah. So that's probably good. Can you you read that? I don't know. I probably should space it out.
21 Savage. Oh yeah. Okay. Kids always trying to finesse. I got you.
All right. So I can start that. I'll do the kids are trying to finesse. You do 21 Savage is British question mark. I say why adults hate going to the dentist. And then you can be like in that boring ass Super Bowl and more.
So then I'll start off with this episode of the Bucket Up podcast.
Oh yeah, I thought I would do that.
All right. Well, then I'll do kids always trying to finesse then.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna do that all at once.
Okay.
But no, I mean that works.
Okay. So then I'll do kids always finesse. You say 21 Savage.
Mm-hmm. And you said why adults hate the dentist or going to the dentist.
Yeah, then you hit. Then you'll say because that way you wrap it up. You know what I'm
saying? Okay, cool. On today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast, we talk about
kids always trying to finesse adults.
21 Savage is British.
Why adults hate going to the dentist.
And that boring ass Super Bowl and much, much more. All right, cool. That works. That's the first time we nailed it on the first time.